All right, I am sitting here with the new South African heavyweight champion, a very proud South African heavyweight champion, a 120-108 shutout performance. Well done, Chris Thompson.
Yeah, thank you very much. Happy to be and the new, and we came, we did it. I said exactly what I said I was going to do, and we've celebrated it. And now we're back in the gym, and we're going to start moving on to the next task.
You had the whole entourage in the corner. You had yourself, Shannon, Jody, Shadow. Everyone in the corner there.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it was a very, very smooth corner, Even after the fight in the locker room, that's what we were talking about. Very good corner. Obviously, the fight plan went exactly, the game plan went perfectly. It worked perfectly. Getting out a shutout performance, 120, 108 in all judges' scorecards. You don't really get that much, So, and I said I was going to do it, and I did it.
I mean, South African champion, you also won the ABU title on the night, so you got two belts that belong to you now. I mean, that must be special.
Yeah, it is very special, To be honest with you, I was thinking about it this morning, man. What a grueling 10-week camp I had, I had a really intense 10-week camp. But, it was all worth it, I said the day before, I said to Josh, this is a sport of boxing. I'm coming to take those belts from you, I know he's not going to give them up. I'm coming to take them, and that's what I did. And I won the South African heavyweight title and the ABU, in one fight. Feels great. To win two belts, it's a big blessing,
So did you feel the difference with Nat Lobsch's training program going into this big one?
Massively. Like the week of the fight, I just started peaking. Like my performances and my hands were just so quick, And I said, now we're peaking, and I can feel now we're peaking. The last weeks it's all coming down to this week, And on the night, I put those 10-ounce gloves on, and I hit like a 3-punch combination with Shannon, and I looked at my hands and I was like, oh shit, this is gonna go down now. And just endurance wise, my endurance was unbelievable. I was moving on my feet comfortably, my gas was power, everything was just great. I had that speed which we needed for the game plan, and I had the legs to move like that for 12 rounds. To be honest with you, Shannon asked me how I was feeling after the 12 rounds, and I said, no, I think I can do another 5. At that pace, moving like that, I could have done another 5 after the 12th round.
I suppose those are the questions, right? Because you had never been told before. So going 12 against a champion, being a challenger, I mean, all of those experiences leading up to it now, and you said you were fit enough, but there were questions before whether you could go 12.
Yeah, look, of course there will be questions, naturally. Josh went 12 rounds his last 4 fights before that, For all the SA title challenges and fighting, all the fights went the distance, So it was like, can I go the distance like he can go the distance? And I told you guys I can go the distance, and I can go the distance at a much different pace, moving my legs like that. And, just letting off I wasn't throwing any unnecessary punches, just the punches that were there, the punches that I could see, and the punches that I knew would stick to the game plan, which was to get up on the scorecards and stay ahead, and just box him at range. This is heavyweight boxing, and one punch can change it, There were 3 times where I wobbled him in the fight, and I saw he acknowledged them by, hitting his chin like this. I knew that was when I wobbled him, but I didn't, it was just... I got the effective punch in there, and we just keep doing what we're doing, We're busy winning the fight. I mean, after the 4th round, after the 8th round, I knew, okay, I've got this guy. Let me just stay, composed, stay sharp, and, in 36 minutes' time, I'll be and the new.
Well, thankfully, due to the ABU, I mean, the WBC rules apply, so you would have heard the scorecards after 4 rounds, after 8 rounds. So your corner probably would have told you as well. I know you would have probably been concentrated in the ring, but they would have said, hey, we've won all the rounds, we're up.
Yeah, so I was getting a score update every time the cards were announced, which was really nice. But also in the fight, I knew, I knew from round 1 to round 12, I didn't need to hear what the judges had to say. I knew I'd beat him on a shutout performance, and that was what I said I was going to do in the press conference, So I fought Josh 16 rounds. He hasn't won 1 round against me. So, now it's on to the next, Now I want to fight other guys. I called out Tian Fick, but he's got other plans apparently. I called him out when he was the champion. He also seemingly had other plans then, so it is what it is. We'll move on to the next guy. There are a couple of guys that want the fight. Jean Roux is one of them. Keaton Gomes another. Those guys are in the line, so they must come get it. We can fight. We can have it. Let's have a go. Either one of those. Anyone in the division. If you want to have a fight, let's go. Say something.
Keaton looked good in his last fight as well, getting a first-round stoppage performance. So that was his sort of introductory to the heavyweight division. So that's a good one.
Yeah, look, obviously Keaton stopped Sean in 1 or 2 rounds, but I'm not Sean, And if Keaton wants to get it, we can get it on, no problem. Like I said earlier, this is a sport of boxing. You come and take things that you want. If he wants the belts, he must come take them. But they're not going anywhere.
I was just thinking about it now. It's freezing in Johannesburg. Are you thankful that you don't have to do ice baths at this point in time?
To be honest with you, I am very thankful that I don't have to get in an ice bath. But that being said, we're back in the gym. I was back in the gym on Wednesday. So I just took Monday and Tuesday off, back in the gym on Wednesday. And, we just got to keep the momentum going, Now everybody is going to want what I have. And we got to step it up, So back in the gym, back training, Monday full swing.
All right, so Monday full swing. Do you expect to be back in the ring within the coming months?
Yes, 100%. You'll definitely see me back in the ring within the new coming months. As I said earlier, if someone wants it, speak up. Let's get it on, Whoever wants it can get it.
So you were traveling out to countries in Africa and contesting there, but now that you're the South African champion, you got the ABU title. Surely you'll be fighting more at home, if not overseas.
Yeah, look, obviously wherever the offers come, myself and Shannon don't mind traveling for boxing. So wherever the opportunities come, we'll go there. If the fights come here in South Africa, I would like to defend this belt a couple of times successfully, since not the other guys could really do it. So, I want to defend the SA title and the ABU successfully at least a couple of times. And then definitely on to the international market. Like I said, leading up to this fight 2 years ago, there's no one in this heavyweight division in this country that can beat me or come close to beating me. So we first got to show that, talking is one thing, but you got to show that you can back it up. And I think Saturday's performance was the first step in that direction, showing that, these guys, like Jean-Rue had a very even fight with Josh, very even fight. I schooled Josh. I'll do the same to Jean-Rue, and I'll do the same to Keaton, and I'll do the same to the guys below me, But I got to prove that, I got to show. It's one thing to say you'll do this, you'll do this, you'll do this. It's another thing to show it. And once I've showed it, then I think everybody can say, okay, well, this guy is by far the best, And then we can eat the international market up.
So, but I mean, if an international fight does sort of...
100%. Yeah, 100%. You know who I would love to fight right now in the international scene is David Allen.
Okay.
I want to fight David Allen. I'll fight him on a match. I'll fight him there in his hometown. I'll fight him there at wherever he wants to fight in England. I'll fight him there. I'd love to fight him because he's a brawler, and his IQ is quite high for a brawler. But I think it's a perfect style for me. He's highly ranked. He's number 49 or something in the world. Yeah, so he's highly ranked. So if an international fight of that magnitude wants to come along, I'll definitely take that. I would love to fight David Allen specifically because he's going to come, he's going to try to take my head off. It's going to be a nice intensity of a fight, Just school him and box his ears off.
So David Allen's called the Rhino, and so is Jean-Rue. It's both the Rhino, and they've got a very similar fighting style. So Dave Allen, I mean, you must have been looking at Jean and him and seeing maybe some similarities.
Yeah, exactly that, They obviously have similarities, and it's a style that suits me, These come forward guys that walk in a straight line, walk backwards in a straight line suit me because I can use my feet, I can use my angles, and they're normally a lot slower, and they always come over the top, whereas you just beat them down the center pipe. So yeah, that is exactly why that association came about. For an international fight, that's a very nice international fight for me. I don't want to go fight number 100 and something in the world. I'd like to fight one of those higher echelons guys like David Allen. I would love to fight at David Allen, or like what's that, Lucas Brown that just knocked out that junior file. I'd love to fight somebody like that also. He's 43, so that's also that Lucas Brown would be a nice fight. Big Daddy.
Australian boxing pumping at the moment as well.
Yeah. The boxing is going well there. They also have that Hemi, whatever his name is. That heavy. They got another nice heavyweight there in Australia. Yeah. So there's a lot of options, but if I had to put 2 names out there on the international market, I would say Lucas Brown, David Allen. I would like to fight those guys.
Right, well, interesting, nice fights there. It's going to be interesting to see what your next move is and where it is and how it happens.
Stay tuned. It's coming soon.
All right, Thank you, Chris. And anything lastly, thank you, shout outs from you?
Yeah, just thank you to all the fans that came out on Saturday night. Thank you to SA Boxing Talk for covering the fight so nicely. And, thank you to Shannon. You really put time into this camp. Thank you to Nart Lobsha. And, just a real special thank you to all of my sponsors. I really appreciate all my sponsors. I'm going to go through the list. It's Transvaal Training, thank you very much. Bidvest McCarthy Nissen in Randburg, Ria Kiro, PPA, and Riberville, thank you very much. And that's everybody. I appreciate you guys. Without them, it's not possible. Thank you very much.